Hello Vavers, you're watching YouTube channel Daily USA News Alert. Bombshell report, U.S. taxpayers are subsidizing Soros' radical leftist agenda. A new report reveals that the federal government is subsidizing billionaire George Soros' radical left-wing agenda. The U.S. government is dedicating hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars to his deeply politicized open society foundations worldwide, according to documents uncovered by Judicial Watch this past December. The Obama State Department funded many Soros groups and activities. The U.S. government subsidizes billionaire George Soros' radical leftist agenda, dedicating hundreds of millions of dollars to his deeply politicized open society foundations, OSF, worldwide, records uncovered by Judicial Watch show. In a special investigative report, Judicial Watch documents the financial link between new.s. funded entities and OSF affiliates to further the Hungarian-born philanthropist's agenda, seeking to destabilize legitimate governments, erase national borders, target conservative politicians, finance civil unrest, subvert institutions of higher education, and orchestrate refugee crises for political gain. The special report also illustrates the financial and staffing nexus between OSF and the U.S. government. In 2018, OSF projected expending more than $530 million to promote Soros' radical globalist agenda in every corner of the world under the guise of supporting democratically elected governments, strengthening the rule of law, and promoting fairness in political, legal, and economic systems. The reality is far different, the report shows. Soros, with the help of American taxpayer dollars, bolsters a radical left-wing agenda that in the United States has included promoting an open border with Mexico and fighting immigration enforcement efforts, fomenting racial disharmony by funding anti-capitalist racialist organizations, financing the Black Lives Matter movement and other organizations involved in the riots in Ferguson, Missouri, weakening the integrity of our electoral systems, promoting taxpayer-funded abortion on demand, advocating a government-run healthcare system, opposing U.S. counterterrorism efforts, promoting dubious transnational climate change agreements that threaten American sovereignty, and working to advance gun control and erode Second Amendment protections. The Soros network is engaged in an active effort to affect politics, economics, and societies globally, including in Europe, Albania, Macedonia, Romania, Hungary, and Latin America, Honduras, Guatemala, Mexico. Judicial Watch has successfully investigated and litigated to document the paper trail left by the OSF network as it operates, at taxpayer expense, to subvert and manipulate the sovereignty of constitutional republics and allies of the United States. Last year, Judicial Watch exposed a collaborative effort between the U.S. government and Soros to destabilize the democratically elected, center-right government in Macedonia. Records obtained by Judicial Watch in that investigation show that the U.S. ambassador to Macedonia worked behind the scenes with the OSF to funnel large sums of American dollars for the cause, constituting an interference of the U.S. ambassador in domestic political affairs in violation of the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. The cash, about $5 million, flowed through the State Department and USAID. The new report identifies OSF affiliates worldwide that receive U.S. government funding as well as the alarming figures. The Soros operations are highly sophisticated and work across academia, the legal system, labor, agriculture and social justice organizations as well as religious and political groups. Key personnel in the multifaceted OSF network are former American government officials known to leverage their status and access to benefit the OSF's goals. The report identifies a number of them, including Barack Obama's Domestic Policy Council Director, Cecilia Munoz, who currently serves on OSF's U.S. Programs Board, and OSF President Patrick Gaspard, Director of Political Affairs in the Obama White House, and the U.S. Ambassador to South Africa. Others include OSF Director of Global Security Dennis Reynolds, a former supervisory special agent with the Diplomatic Security Service at the State Department, and OSF Senior Policy Advisor Emily Renard, a former State Department Foreign Service Officer and Africa Policy Officer. OSF-funded groups reportedly promoting, organizing and supporting the illegal immigrant caravan that started in Honduras are also identified in the report. Many of the leftist groups also get hefty sums from Uncle Sam. They include the Catholic Legal Immigration Network, Clinic, the American Constitution Society, Centro para la Acción Legal en Derechos Humanos, Center for Legal Action and Human Rights, CALD, and a multitude of others, including those named in a special report published by Judicial Watch earlier this year focusing on OSF in Guatemala. The big question is, why are American taxpayers funding Soros and his highly politicized OSF? Judicial Watch will continue investigating and litigating to get answers.